All right, we're good. Okay.
What's going on, guys?
This is it, buddy.
This is it.
Tonight we're joined by the infamous Brandon.
Yeah,
Brandon.
I'm pretty quiet on social media.
It's all good. So today we're just gonna kind of, I don't know, shoot the shit about Black Brook.
Black Brook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Talk
I guess we
about
could put to bed. Oh, sorry for cutting you off.
No. Go ahead.
We could put to bed a couple of the rumors, I guess, or some of the things that people believe in, like this thing behind me, Catherine's grave, is not the witch. That is the sea captain's wife, and you can go online. You can type in Catherine. I think it's De Baptiste or something like that. You can type that in, and it'll show you.
Move to the side, and I'll read it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can see it.
Kind of looks like that.
Yeah. Anyway, you can see there's Peter. That was her husband. He was the sea captain. It says wife of captain. So that's not the witch. The witch's grave is apparently a stump that has a carving in it that says "Here lies a witch," and there's supposed to be pagan symbols all around the area that the witch is in, right?
Yeah, that's gonna. So we'll cover that on another call with my buddy Mike and some of his friends, if we can get them to come on and just kind of tell us what happened, because they were there and saw it.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. If Mike's seen it,
yeah,
he should have a rough idea. Like he drew us that map today, and if that's the map of the actual graveyard,
yeah,
then it's kind of like I was looking up the side. You know what I mean? Like when you're looking down towards the water from the main entrance.
Yeah,
I was down on the left-hand corner, looking all in the woods right there. I never checked along the water where Mike had drawn that X.
Yeah,
because I didn't assume that it was there, right? So
we checked the woods, like when you go down straight and you turn left, and Catherine's grave is right there. You guys, and when you and Jonathan were there, you guys checked out that left side down the end in the creek and all.
The left side in the corner, yeah. Like we went down, we went all the way through. Did you ever go down right onto the shore there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that. We cut through that path, then we went down onto the shore, and then we walked all along there, and I was looking through the woods and stuff. There's a lot of deadfall in there, so it's kind of hard to get in there, but I can't imagine Mike and those guys were bushwhacking that day and found it. There's probably just something that they seen, right?
Yeah, so, no, and that I don't think it was in the woods.
No, but where he drew it, I wasn't looking there. I was looking towards the left, because people that said they seen it were telling me it was on the left-hand side along that road, and I didn't see it there at all.
No, I know.
So.
Yeah, that's all I heard. I heard of it being kind of beside the road, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I took a walk down there one day when we all went, but it was awful snow that day, so it was kind of hard to get through.
Yeah.
And I think
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think when Mike and them were there, I'm pretty sure it was the winter. And I think he just said it was nighttime, it was dark, and he was just with a bunch of people. But he says it said, "Here lies a witch" on this stump grave. And it wasn't the one behind you, Doug. He said it was an actual stump. But I don't know, how would something like that hold up over the years, especially with our winters and that?
And that's what I mean. Even if it's just a stump in the ground, I could go out there tonight with a flashlight and carve into a tree, "Here lies a witch," and draw some pagan symbols around it. That doesn't mean that there's a person in the ground.
No,
and
I know.
If you Google the Black Brook Witch or anything, nothing comes up. Like there's no Port Morien woman who was considered a witch who was buried in the graveyard, and like there's no real story. There's no.
It's just one that was passed around by the townsfolk, I guess. But I mean, I've heard the story of the woman, from Port Morien, who was, I guess, just harassed by the locals and stuff. And
it's super famous story.
Yeah, I guess there was one guy who was, I guess he was notorious for picking at her, and I guess apparently she turned into a crow and attacked him one night when he was walking home from somewhere. But I don't know, right?
That sounds like one of those Cape Breton Book of the Night stories.
It could be. I don't know. I don't remember if I read it in there.
No, it's not in there, because I read that book. I've read that book now about 30 times.
I can't remember.
I love it.
I can't even remember what happened yesterday, let alone what's in that book.
No, there's nothing in there about that.
Okay.
I wonder if we're in the wrong graveyard. I wonder if it's the one up.
Well,
The
there's,
one right
from there.
before,
Yeah, the one before. Well,
one that you drive down. There's a big statue in the middle of it. That one.
yep.
Never
Yeah.
been in there. We've
Same
never gone
side.
in there.
I was in there once,
Okay, I've never been.
but this is probably, I don't know. The first time I went to Black Brook, I think it was like 1999. And we were all going out to South Head, you know, the haunted church.
Mm-hmm.
That's where was the spot, the popular spot, I should say, where everyone went and hung out. And
Yeah.
we went down there and we just ended up in that graveyard. And then we ended up in Black Brook. Now, and those first time I was ever there, and I never heard anything about it at that time.
I heard a few people went to the first one with the statue in the middle, and that story that if you could drive around 3 times and then reverse 3 times, whatever it is, I can't remember exactly.
You get
That's
chased out.
where, yeah, that's where I hear people had their cars style on them.
So that's in that graveyard, not Black Brook?
I heard that from quite a few people.
Oh, okay. So I know a lot of people drive Black Brook too and do the 3 laps.
Yeah.
It's like 3 laps counterclockwise, I think, and then you're supposed to be a shape will show up behind your car and chase you out. Or I even heard another car will show up, like lights from another car,
You get
like a
chased
hearse
out.
or something.
Yeah.
The thing I heard was wind chimes will start out of
Oh, really?
nowhere. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Now I've done that before. Just doing photography. If I go out there to take pictures of the eagles and stuff, I always jump in the car, back up, and I'll drive the whole thing 3 times.
Yeah.
And I have yet to see anything other than the eagles.
Yeah.
Nothing's popping out of the ground and chasing me out of there or anything like that,
Yeah.
right? So, but I do it every time because it's just one of those things where you're like, I wonder,
Yeah.
would this actually happen?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and another rumor about the same gravestone behind me is that she was the first one buried there. She wasn't. I hear that a lot too, right?
Yeah, I heard that one too. And when I first heard it, I never even thought to check the date in her grave and then walk around and check others. I just took it for what it was worth, right?
Well, yeah. Well, so I was the same way. I kind of believed it because I was like, well, there's such a history about this woman. You know, she's got to be the first one. The guy pulled in his ship and he buried her there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the graveyard's 1842, and she's, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? 1887, I think.
Yeah, it looks like 18.
So, you know, you're 40 some years in the difference after the graveyard was founded, right? So
yeah.
I often wonder what about some of the graves that might have disappeared with erosion over time.
Good point. I wonder about that, Doug, with the creek where you and Jonathan were. I wonder if there was more land there, say, 50, 60 years ago or whatever.
Oh, there could very easily be.
But that EVP that you and John got that night, you can't argue with that, man. Like that's.
No, I know. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was just so strange. I mean, I can play it. I'll play it.
Yeah, play it.
See up the creek bed? What's up there?
I mean, that's as clear as a bell, right? And it's so strange that we get that when we're at Black Brook. We did a spot where everybody said the witch was supposed to be. And that creek, there was something about that. I don't know if it was just our nerves, new spot, Black Brook. The witch is supposed to be in the woods here.
Yeah.
There's something about that creek just did not feel right.
Yeah. But what are the odds you're going to get a witch when you're in a graveyard looking for a witch? I mean,
It's strange.
yeah. Try explaining that one away.
It's like a 1 in a million shot, and we've never got another EVP from there that said a witch.
Nope.
That's the only
that
one.
was the only one.
Mhm.
Yeah. I got one asking me for a smoke. Remember that guy was asking me for a smoke?
Well, that was great.
I don't know if we have that one.
I was looking through the playlist today. There's a couple on there that are really, really good.
Yeah.
Never really got much play from them, right? So when we first
Thanks.
started, like there's one there where I asked what's the very first thing that happened after you die? And I think the EVP was the light came out.
Oh, a light came out. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
And then there was another one where I asked, did you go into the light right afterwards? And this really strange voice said, no.
Mhm.
Like this drawn out no.
What?
And it's like some of our EVPs from there are incredible.
I know. Remember that the night we went, Tasha Lee and a couple of her friends came with us,
Mhm.
and we went out there, and I don't think the K2 meter stopped that night.
No,
Insane.
everything was firing that night. Even
Yeah.
all the graves, you put the echo box on, or we used the spirit box. We were getting tons of EVPs that night.
Yeah, yeah. And somebody, I don't know if they lit a lighter or had a flashlight or something, and we asked, what is this or something, and a voice responded, fire.
It was a match.
Yeah, that's it.
Remember I had that
Yeah.
big crazy
Yes.
contraption thing?
Yeah, that's it.
Pardon me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
What was the other one about? I think it was about 2 winters ago. It was something about a little kid that's buried there. It's right on.
Oh,
Renwick.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
There's an EVP with that too. I can't remember what it was exactly.
I don't remember either, actually. I think we went.
There's a few videos of him on there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did he
Yeah,
die in
his grave's pretty
1887
active.
as well? Yeah. Did he die in 1887 as well?
Yeah, his is old too. He's been in the ground for quite a few years
Yeah, I
too.
think he was 6 years old.
6, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was 6. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I didn't know that the supposed witch's grave had pagan symbols on it as well. I never
Yeah.
heard of that
That's
before.
and that's what I'm not sure. Like I say, when we'll get a couple of his buddies to jump on some night, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't on the actual stump grave. It was on the trees around.
Okay.
It's like a, I don't know. I don't know if it's because it couldn't be in the cemetery buried with other people, right? Especially something that's here lies a witch, right?
Well, yeah, you wouldn't think, right? There's no way that the church would allow that.
Yeah.
Which is why I find it so strange that so many people think Catherine is the witch, because there's no
Yeah.
way. If
No.
that was such a well-known story and she was known as a witch way back then,
Yeah.
there's no way they would have buried her in the grave.
Not a chance.
So so many people believe that's such a prominent headstone too. It's like smack at the edge of the graveyard. It's not like
Yeah.
it's off the road, or there's graves right around it
Yeah, exactly.
in the consecrated ground.
hmm
If
And
that's
there's
the way.
Exactly. And there's that story too. Remember the young fellas that we all ran into that night?
Mhm.
They said it's down the road a bit more.
Mhm.
I wonder if we check that other graveyard next time we're up there. Just to see.
Oh, 100%. I'd love to
Yeah.
go check that one instead, right? And see if it's maybe we're in the wrong spot altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's those 2 graveyards. There's Black Brook going towards Port Morien, Black Brook, and then the next one, I can't remember the name of it. But on the other side of the road, there's another
I think
grave.
it's St. Mary's.
Mhm.
I think you're right, St. Mary's, yeah. And there's the other one on the other side of the road. But I don't know. It's worth checking out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mike wants to come too, so I actually would like Mike to come, just to see, because when he sent me that, he drew up a little diagram today and sent it to me, and he said he thinks that's as big as the graveyard was, that little diagram. That wouldn't be Black Brook, because Black Brook is huge.
Oh, Blackboard's massive. Yeah.
But the one next door, and Brandon, maybe you can speak to this. The other one, I've only been down there once or twice. The other graveyard with the statue, does it just go down and around in a circle and that's it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I usually went late at night, so it's kind of
Yeah,
hard to
I
say, but
know.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty much all it does.
Well, that's interesting, because that's exactly what Mike sent me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
1 second, I want to grab it on my.
Because I have a friend who in high school doesn't believe in any of this stuff, and he did that one evening. I think it was him and his brother. They went and they did the laps around and then in reverse, and he swore to God that his whole car stalled on him.
Okay, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. Probably not. I have my. No, you can't at all. Look, thing's messing it up. That's all right. I'll post it. I'll actually post it on the group.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
So yeah, I'd say, like, we've gone out there in the winter in Black Brook. I find the winter out there, you don't get much at all.
That's because it's too cold.
Yeah. Even the ghosts find it too cold.
Yeah,
after a while.
yeah. They're like, nah, we'll wait till the spring.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Me and Jonathan gone out there a few times in the winter. You've gone out a few times in the winter.
yeah.
I don't really find there's too much going on out there, right?
Nah, it's pretty quiet. But yeah, I look at the picture and it just has an arrow going down straight. And then you can drive straight, and then it goes around in 2 loops And the grave is, you would go down and go left, and it would be at the halfway point, I guess. But it's weird because this almost looks like the bottom part of Black Brook. But he said he swears that this is as big as the graveyard was. So I wonder if it is St. Mary's.
Yeah, it kind of has to be, I think, because we've been over this Black
I
Brook.
know.
How
How
many
far
times
away
now?
is that
Looking
creek
for it.
from
Yeah,
St.
it's
Mary's?
crazy. What is it,
Sorry to
Brandon?
cut you off there. I just said, do you guys know how far off that creek is from St. Mary's graveyard? I
Well,
They're
can't
pretty
really.
close together, aren't they?
They
Yeah, I
are.
think
They're not
so. I
far
just can't
apart at
really
all.
imagine because you're driving and you pass St. Mary's and it's pretty much right around the corner. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder if you would get anything attached to both, or
Hmm.
Well, I'd say that creek probably splits that little inlet of water from the
Yeah.
ocean probably splits the two graveyards right in half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
And,
so.
And I know they don't plow those graveyards,
No.
but I don't think they do. But
no, they definitely don't.
But that's St. Mary's. Yeah, no, I'm going to take this out next time we go, and we'll drive down to that one, and I'm going to drive in. And if there's no road that goes straight, well, we know we're in the wrong cemetery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've even heard stories about there being blood teardrops coming from the eyes of the statue, and that's
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And there's,
Well,
well, I
see,
mean, it's, who knows?
we definitely have to go there now.
Oh, we have to go there now. Yeah.
I think it's just stories to add to the creep
Well, that's
factor, but,
and that's what I mean too. Like in the Christ Church that's down in South Head. I think most of that, like, I don't know. I know there's people in the group that have posted about it actually being haunted. But I don't know. I think it was just something that they cooked up to scare the kids. And
yeah.
but I know a girl, and I remember in high school, when she was in high school, she said they went out there and they got chased out by an old like Jeepers Creepers style truck, and it chased them, and they came around this sharp turn, and it was like right on their arse, just coming up behind them, wanting to drive through them.
Yeah.
And they came around a turn, and they looked again, and it was gone like that, just blinked out. So
I totally believe in the phantom car type scenarios, because me and my buddy Todd, and Todd, if he watches this video, he'll definitely verify it. We were driving up Prince Street one night, and his old little Chevy S10. And you know, right by Big Ben's Convenience, there shouldn't be two lanes there, but there is.
I know, yeah.
Side lane, and you're touching, you're kissing rear view mirrors, right? Or side mirrors.
Yeah.
So we were driving it, and we both looked. Todd was driving up the road, and he panicked, and he kind of went, and I looked up, and there was this truck coming right at us, and we drove right through it, and both of us just looked at one another. We were like, we should be dead. And even Todd, to this, we still can't explain it to this day. And when we looked behind us, there was no truck. That truck drove right through us. I have no idea where it came from, what it was doing there, why it was there, but it was one of the strangest experiences I had when it came to like the phantom vehicles and stuff, right?
That's insane.
I'm a big believer with mostly anything paranormal is all energy in some way.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, it's residual, right? There could have been an accident there years ago.
It's just replaying the event over and over again, right? But circling back to the Christ Church, I got to bring this up because I remember when I found Eleanor Anderson's first Broughton book in 2003. I remember reading about that, and then I heard I can't remember if it was in her book or not, but when Broughton was done and basically turned to a ghost town, they hauled a bunch of the wood over to South Head and used that wood to build the Christ Church, the first one. And anyway, I guess a couple weeks after they built it, brand new church, they all showed up on Sunday morning to go to mass, and it just collapsed. No rhyme or reason, it just collapsed. But they said the wood from Broughton was cursed.
Yeah.
So, but again, just another legend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, cool.
Well, they say there's houses in Sydney that have the old gallows as a supports in the basement. So I mean, imagine having that in your house.
Yeah, that's
You go
that's
downstairs
fun.
and knowing that there was people hanging from the rafters in your basement at one time, right? I
Um,
mean, there's like it's my uncle Ernie or my uncle Peter used to tell me the concrete steps that you have outside in front of your house, if you still have concrete, say they
mm,
were put there when like your house was built back in the 50s or 40s or whatever.
mm.
And you could, if you bust them up, you'll find anything in them. Old dryers, you might find it. They used to take tombstones out of graveyards and put them inside those to just to build up so they could pour the cement around them.
Oh
He said you'll
God.
find you take a jackhammer to an old set of concrete steps. You're lucky you can find anything in them.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, mhm.
Yeah. But yeah,
So,
so Black Brook again. Watch this whole time we were focusing on, and even if the witch isn't there, we've still got a ton of good EVPs and K2 activity, everything. But it would be kind of funny if it ended up in the next cemetery over.
oh, it'd be hilarious, wouldn't
And
it?
and we've always known the cemetery was there. Why did we never say, hey, let's go check out that other graveyard? Not once.
Maybe something's telling us to not go down there.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't.
You
Maybe
never know, right?
if
Because I mean, think about what you just said. It's the truth. But we've gone out there to the point where I never remember to turn into Black Brook. I've been there a million times. Even in the daytime, I'll zip right past it and I'll turn around in the other graveyard, back out and drive back.
and then drive back. Yeah.
I've never driven down the road just to even see what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
So it just seems strange, right? But I mean, there's some people that say too that Lila McDonald's grave is supposed to be the witch.
Really?
And I don't think that is either. That's a cool grave though, man. That thing is always super active.
It's the K2. I don't get it. Like I actually don't understand. Because it's not like the wrought iron or whatever it is, that fence. It's fallen to pieces now. It's a shame. But it's insane, man. You just watch the K2 come to life.
And usually with K2s, you don't put, I mean, they're good for what they're worth, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you use them right, you can say, okay, they're okay. They're super sensitive and they'll pick up your fridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you go around the building that you're in, like out Lewisburg, if I use them, I'm touching everywhere inside the room and I'm touching, the walls to make sure, okay, if I get a reading over here, it's obviously the wiring or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But out there, there's no signal. You can't even use your phone.
No.
Like you can't make a phone call on your phone when you're standing in front of her grave. Everything shuts off.
I have never once received a text message, an email, anything out there. You can't get anything.
No.
I've tried to go live a couple times out there just to see if I could. And the minute you pull on that grave, well, actually, it's right around the bridge, I guess. You're crossing that little bridge to get there. You look at your phone, your signal's gone. That circle, Ghostbuster symbol right through your signal. There's no signal. So for the K2s to be firing and the millimeters to be firing and EVPs, you don't even get radio. It's just static. So
I was just going to say
EVP, that. You don't even get radio out there.
Nope.
So it's amazing to get an EVP off that because you're not even using the radio to make the EVP. It's just static.
Yeah.
You're pulling phrases and voices and names out of a static.
Or if you're just standing there asking questions and you're not getting any signal from the K2 meter, then all of a sudden it just starts and then it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Stuff like that too.
Even and that's like when you're in the middle of the woods, like Doug, when we were at Glen Morrison, one of the first summers we started, there's nothing out there. Everyone had their own airplane mode, and even there's the service isn't awesome. And it was just the K2 meter. We asked a certain question, and like that, it was action.
Yeah. And it makes no sense. Like there's no wiring in the ground there that's still live. There's not even a wire from a telephone pole even anywhere near that place.
No, there's nothing going in there at all.
I'd say there'd be nothing left of that place now. There was nothing left when we were there.
It's just a part of a hole in the ground with some garbage. That was it. But, and you know what? It's funny too, because we spent the summer of '98. We were up there almost every day. And when I go there now, it doesn't even look like the same place. It looks completely different.
Nope. They must have hauled some of that lumber away though for cabins and stuff though, did they? Because it wouldn't just completely disappear. It was a big house.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a big house. Because someone on our page, Tracy McNeil, I think, posted pictures of the actual house.
Yeah. It's like a 2-story, right?
When it was torn down, maybe. I'm sure there's someone on the page that can speak to this. But my friend Amber from East Bay. She may know. I think her and I have talked about it. They might have torn that down and used it for another cabin or something. She'll tell me. She'll tell me if I'm wrong or not.
Mhm.
But another cool spot.
Oh yeah, big time. There's so many cool spots. Like I'd love to talk about some of the cool spots we have coming up,
Yeah.
but we can't because they're so cool. They're ours.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're ours first.
Yeah. 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 But and Black Brook, we're gonna get back out there as soon as we can.
Oh yeah. What I'd like to do for Black Brook is this spring. Don't want to do it in the summer because the flies are just way too bad
Oh
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah. It's
But you know, if there's people on the page, you know, 10 people. It depends on public health and
Yeah.
COVID and stuff and everything
Yeah.
else too, right?
Yeah.
But if there's 10 people on the page or whatever that want to go out
Mhm.
some Sunday afternoon and
Yeah.
just look for the witch's grave,
Mhm.
then we can finally put it to bed.
Yeah.
If there's 10 people plus us, that's 16 people looking for that thing and we can't find it,
Yeah.
you know, start at one corner of the graveyard, everybody walk from the right to the left.
Yeah.
And if it's
I
not in the
think-
woods, we'll go right down to the creek. And if it's not there, it's not there.
You know what we should do is if we say we have 16 people, send 8 over to St. Mary's Cemetery, keep 8 in
Yeah.
Black Brook, and work your way through the woods.
Yep.
You know, come together. Maybe she's in the middle of the woods somewhere. I don't
But
know.
what to do? I'd love to get that done.
Mhm.
You know, before, like I said, before mosquito season, before tick season,
Oh,
before
yeah.
you know
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just something that it's just weighing over us since we started doing this. Where's
Yep.
the witch's grave? The witch's
Yep.
grave. The witch. And then someone will come on the page and you know
Mhm.
they'll say it's Catherine's, or they'll say it's Lila's or Lila, whatever you call it, or they'll say
Mhm.
it's on the left, it's on the right, it's in the woods, it's not in the woods. I think everybody kind of wants to put it to bed, right? And who knows,
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't even exist. Could have just been some kid who did
Yeah.
that as a joke because he heard
Yeah.
the stories
Yeah.
and just did it. Like Captain Kid Stone. Is that
Yeah.
really Captain Kid Stone? Right? So
Yeah.
like who knows?
Yeah. I don't know.
But anyway, it's just something I wanna put it to bed. I'm tired of looking for it, searching for it.
It's
Plus,
been
there's
long
all
enough.
kinds of the last time we were there, me and Jonathan were there. We kind of always stick to that one side of the graveyard when we do the older end, when we
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
our investigation stuff, right?
Yeah.
But we've never really done the newer end, like way down towards the right. Like did
No,
like a full investigation. We kind of walked it, but we never really did anything, right?
No, we've done a little bit on that side, not a whole.
Not a whole lot though.
There was I know there was a family plot. We did one of the time. I think it was me and Sean, and they're all Campbells. The whole plot was Campbells, and K2 went nuts at that spot too.
Oh, I forgot about that night shaman over this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right too. You guys were over there.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's the night where me and Jonathan had the finished the nursery rhyme for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
you got that one there somewhere too, don't you?
I'd have to search for it.
Yeah.
I'd have to end up playing about 10 of them just to find it, probably.
Yeah, but
So yeah, that's the one where I don't remember what nursery rhyme did I sing.
Twinkle Twinkle. Or-
No, the word was out.
the
The
spider.
word- yeah,
Yeah,
Itsy Bitsy
Yeah.
Spider.
that's it. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that was a good EVP too. Oh, I love it out there.
Mhm.
I just wish I lived closer.
I know. Yeah, it's a
Such
bit of a
trek out
haul.
there, right?
It's a bit of a haul. Yeah.
But I mean, it's worth it. I love going out there.
hmm Yeah, for the most part, we probably could have got out there before we got that first initial snowstorm because the weather was awesome before that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, but I'd say, you know, of all the places in Cape Breton that are haunted or, you know, supposedly haunted, it's hard to believe that, you know, Lewisburg, Cosset House, Miners Museum, you know, all of St. Anne's, the list goes on and on and on and on, right? The number one place talked about is that graveyard in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
hot spot of
Yeah.
all of our spots that we have in Cape Breton.
Yeah.
It's a mystery too. So
Yeah. And Black Brook and Hospital Road are two of the better ones.
Mhm.
Blackett's Lake, we're gonna seriously delve into that one. Because that first night we went out, man, That was
Oh, that was the first EVP we posted on
Yeah.
YouTube, I think.
yeah.
The
It
look
was,
on
yeah.
your face was awesome. It was
Wow.
like, you know it's not fake when.
Yeah. Do you know where you
Show me.
are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Slate.
Tell me it's
Just
not
shocked.
fake by telling me it's by not telling me it's fake.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first night, and that was it. I was like, holy, it's possible. There's no way. No one can explain that away for me, because, it wasn't like there was something about Blackett's Lake on the radio at
No,
the exact moment when I asked the question. It's impossible.
it was like 11:30 in the night too.
Yeah. Mhm.
So there
Yeah.
was all radio stations are usually done by like 9. It's just
Well, yeah.
chatter after that, right?
And do you
So-
know where you are? Blackett's Lake immediately after.
Yeah, in that weird whisper too, eh?
I
It
know.
was just
Yeah, the creepy old man whisper.
yeah, it was unreal how that was our first night out. Remember, I got the gear came in that day, and you were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's go for a coffee." And they were like, "Let's go to Blackett's Lake." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Sure, let's go."
Yeah, let's see how this stuff
We
works.
got something that
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, within the first 10 minutes, we had one of our best EVPs ever.
Mhm. No,
Yeah.
it was really good. And like I said, we've been out there a couple more times.
Mhm. Yeah.
Me and Jonathan went out one night, and we didn't get anything. We just sat in his truck and just let the EVP, the things run. The place was busy too. It was like
Yeah,
midsummer. I think we went out to
Yeah.
Resurrection Cemetery first, just to
Yeah.
take a look around, see if we could ever do a investigation there. Because I'd like to go out there. We've never done there.
no, we haven't.
And
No.
that's the graveyard where you drive up the main road. All the babies are buried on one side because the Catholic Church wouldn't let any unbaptized babies in the graveyard.
Yeah, they're on.
It wasn't until the
going up.
70s that they consecrated that ground, right?
Yeah, that's a big graveyard too.
Well, that's huge, yeah.
Mhm.
I definitely love to go out there and try out there too.
Yeah, yeah. I want to do round 3 at East Bay too. We've had some
Yeah.
pretty good luck there, Brandon. Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's always interesting going there.
Yeah, Brandon's got a ghost that follows him there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you get into Resurrection in the nighttime? Or do they chain that off?
I think you can, but the back exit, like when you go all the way to the top, and you can go to the Meadows Road. That's
Mhm.
locked for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely chained. I've seen that one chained before.
I'm pretty sure you can go up the main entrance. I'm not 100%, but next time I'm driving out there in the night, I'll have a look.
We'd have to do it. We could probably do that one in an afternoon anyway. It doesn't have to be nighttime.
Oh, no, it doesn't have to be
Like
night.
I said, most of our EVPs that are the best ones, other than Black Brook, were middle of the afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So look at Lewisburg. Most of our EVPs were before the sun went down.
Mhm.
A lot of the good ones, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we've had a lot of quiet nights. Like we'd stay up the entire night, and sometimes there's nothing.
Nope.
It's quiet, man.
Ghosts are sleeping too, so
Yeah, that's right.
the last time out Lewisburg, you said you didn't really feel anything. We had some good luck in the DeGan house though,
Yeah.
with Heather and them. That was really good.
The bakery was quiet, like really quiet. And so I guess it all depends. You can do 1,000 investigations and on 997 of them not get a friggin' thing.
Oh, we could go to
So-
Black Brook right now after talking about it, and the place could be bonkers. Or
Yeah.
we could go out there and literally be like, "Okay, guys, we've been here for 2 hours and
Mhm.
literally got nothing. Let's go home." And
Yeah.
then you just go home, and then you get nothing. There's all kinds of there's hours and hours and hours and hours of audio I listen to. There's just nothing.
That's what I always say. If we had like a ghost adventure show, there'd be no screaming. Oh my
Oh,
dude, run!
it'd be boring.
It would be sitting there for an hour, just sitting by a grave, nodding off because nothing's happening.
Like that night at St. George's in October. I actually said that on the live video. I said, "This is what it would be like if you actually watched an actual show where they just filmed what they're doing and didn't cut it and didn't just show the EVPs or didn't. This is what it is.
Yeah.
You'd just be listening to a machine go off and some guy talking to himself in the dark, because that's what it
Yeah.
is."
Yeah.
and you
And
get the
that's-
odd night that's just crazy nonstop.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And you always run the risk of people showing up too. Like last time we were at East Bay, Brandon and I, remember that car pulled in?
Hmm.
And I don't think it knew we were there because when you go in and you turn right and do the loop, this guy went in straight. So he obviously wasn't from around there because everyone knows you go in, you go right and then you do the loop. This guy went in all the way, and I don't know if I turned my lights on or what, but he just stopped. And then he just sat there for a couple minutes. And then he just backed up slowly, turned, and off he went.
Me and you got back in the car.
Yeah.
Wait to see if it was cops or who it was.
Yeah.
And then they pulled down, you put the lights on, they backed out pretty quick.
Wouldn't be my first run in with cops out there.
What would be the, like, we haven't run into that yet where a cop is pulled in anywhere and said, what are you doing? But what could they say to you? You know, if say we were at Black Brook scenario and we're doing our thing and all of a sudden the police roll up. All they're going to say is, what are you doing? Oh, we're ghost hunters. Look at all of our gear. Okay, boys. No one's drinking, right? No. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't knock over any tombstones and whatever.
There's
right?
there's no trespassing signs.
No, and that's the thing, right? If Black Brook puts up a no trespassing sign, then the cops could say, did you see the no trespassing sign? But I can't imagine. I don't think I've ever seen a graveyard anywhere that says no trespassing.
Oh, there's one.
Is there?
Yep. And I noticed this when I'm going up to Waikagama. Where I can't remember what it's called. You know, oh man, I can't even think of the name. But you pass Bedeck and you keep going past the Red Barn, and you're cruising along towards Wagoncook, and it's on the left, going that way. And there's a big thing across it. Says private property, something like that. No trespassing. There's a big.
Oh wow.
It's up on a hill. It's really nice. It's really cool looking. I've never been up there, but yeah.
Must be a family plot.
Yeah, I guess it's a big graveyard though. We got about a minute, so if we get cut off.
Okay, we'll just end it now then.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good talk.
Yeah. We'll definitely do a follow-up on the Black Brook. We'll get Mike and a couple of his buddies to jump on.
Okay.
And we'll see if we can, do a follow-up there. And thanks for us, Brandon. It's good to see you.
Yeah, Brandon, see you next Thursday. Same time.
He'll be on more frequently.
Yeah, you jump on next week. We got to see, we got to get a couple more on too.
Yeah, no, I should be going to just the last few weeks have been busy, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, everyone's nuts. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay, guys, I'll wrap it there. And thanks for watching, guys.
Cool. Talk to you later.
Talk to you
Take
later.
care. Thanks.
Bye.